Before servicing this mower, always disengage or remove the batteries. Before replacing a parking brake that won't disengage, the assembly should first be checked for dirt or debris. Remove the parking assembly cover, which is secured with 2 Phillips screws. Then remove any grass or debris stuck on the parking assembly and the inner surface of the cover. Test the pedal. If it does not rebound freely, the parking brake assembly should be replaced. Remove the steel cover of the front frame assembly. It's held in place with 3 13mm bolts that go through the top of the frame. There are also 2 T30 Torx screws on the front. Disconnect the cable connecting the parking assembly to the front frame assembly. First, remove the cable from the wire harness hook. Then disconnect it. Release the split pin that connects the parking assembly to the connecting rod. Then, using a 13mm socket, loosen and remove the 3 bolts. One of these is hidden under the mat. The parking assembly can now be removed from the mower. Check to see if the switch is functioning properly. If the switch is faulty, continue with disassembly by removing the parking assembly cover, held in place with 2 Phillips head screws. Using a T20 Torx bit, remove the 4 screws that secure the switch assembly to the parking assembly. Replace the switch assembly and reassemble. If the switch was functional when you tested it, the parking assembly should be replaced. Using a 13mm socket, remove the 2 nuts and bolts clamping the parking pedal. Before completing the repair, check the rubber sleeve on the pedal for wear and replace if necessary. Lift the new parking assembly onto the mower connecting rod and secure it with the split pin. With one person holding the parking assembly against the bottom deck, insert the 3 bolts from the top side. Tighten the bolts using a 13mm socket. Connect the parking assembly by inserting the plug into the front frame assembly control box. Hook the wire into the groove and the wire harness hook. Complete the repair by mounting the steel cover onto the front frame assembly, being careful not to pinch the wires. The cover is secured with 3 13mm bolts and nuts and 2 T30 Torx screws underneath. Please refer to the EGO service diagram and parts list for specific parts needed for this repair. Always use genuine EGO parts.